Let's do it. The volume a little. Check. All right.
Oh.
What? Why do you play music?
Well, I got a guitar when I was like 9. My gramps gave me one. Yeah, it was cool. He gave me like one of those starter packs from Costco.
That's what's up, dude.
Yeah. And I guess it just became a part of my identity. Like,
was it like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift or something, or he just gave it to you?
I was living in Reno at the time. I remember I went down to Orange County to visit him, and he had a guitar there, and I was like, "Whoa, that's cool! It's a guitar." And he's like, "Oh yeah, that's for you."
Whoa.
And he sent. Well, it was actually he kept that one, but he sent me another one in the mail. So I had a guitar when I was living in Reno, and it was shortly before I actually ended up moving in with him.
Oh.
And I just like I started getting into like Green Day and stuff, and I just wanted to do that. Like that was the thing. Yeah.
So like Green Day is one of them. Are there certain groups or musicians that influenced you playing music, or how did Green Day influence you in your music journey?
Green Day and Metallica, and which is funny because I don't really listen to like either of those anymore. But and I saw this band called the Straubs in Santa Monica when I was like 10.
They're an acoustic band?
They're like a full band from England, but they were doing an acoustic tour, and they had just come out with an acoustic album under the Acoustic Straubs. So that was cool. And I liked that, and I think that kind of informed what I do today with Prettywell. But with like Green Day, so they came out with this album in 2005 called Bullet in a Bible, and it was a live version of American Idiot with some other stuff peppered in from across their career. And they played in Milton Keynes, England, and it was like in this big outdoor like stage thing they had built, and it just looked like there were like 1 million people there. And I was like, that's incredible, like that I want to do that one day. And so I just sat in front of my TV and would just like watch it and like listen to them talk.
Was it a DVD or did it come with the album?
It was a DVD that came with the album.
That's what's up, dude. It's so beautiful how those things like have such an impact on musicians like us. And like I don't know, for my example, I remember watching like Purple Rain, Prince.
I watched that with you once.
Yeah. And like even music videos too. But so that's cool. So you say you still hear the Straubs in your playing now?
Yeah, well, I definitely hear the influence of like their writing in it, but like they kind of gave me the context for like, oh, like people can do acoustic music. I didn't really think of that as like something people would pursue like watching live.
Oh, okay.
But I was little.
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
What how did you learn music? Just by like listening to Green Day and Metallica and like figuring out riffs, or would you like look up tabs, or did you have a teacher?
Yeah, it was a couple things. So like I started when I was like I would like always say like, oh, I play guitar, but like I just like did like little things on like the bottom couple strings. And like I didn't really know how to do anything, but I really liked the guitar, and I didn't take lessons or anything. I went over and hung out with this guy named Mike, and he was a family friend. He was like really tight with my uncle. He was in the Marine Corps, and he was married to one of my aunt's best friends. He is actively married to one of my aunt's best friends, and they live in Texas now, but they lived in Anaheim Hills. And so I went over to his house to jam with him because he played the drum. He like shreds the drums, and he had like a little band that got together.
Yeah.
So I got together with them, and like I was a kid, and they showed me power chords.
Right.
And like that opened like a gate for me. I took to that like really quick once I figured out power chords, and I was like, oh, you can make anything out of power chords. Like
that's cool.
Yeah. So I started playing power chords, and then my grandpa got me some lessons with this guy in Fullerton named Larry. Yeah. And I did like 10 lessons with him, and then I moved back up to Reno, and everything after that was all like self-taught. Until college, I took a year of like classical guitar. I started to learn how to read music a little bit. Well, I knew how to read music because I played the trombone in band, but that's on the bass clef. So I used to read on the bass clef. I know the treble clef, that's the easiest one. Face and every good boy deserves fudge.
That's right.
Yeah. And so like I know the notes. And I like, but I would say for the most part I have like very little theory comprehension, and mostly I just play stuff that sounds good, and then I can I can hear a note like out loud, and it doesn't take me more than like 2 seconds to find it on the fretboard.
You play by listening and feeling.
And I kind of remember where certain sounds are.
Cool.
Yeah, so I picked up like blues scales and pentatonic scales and lessons, and that's kind of, it's sort of limited me with what I can do as far as like a lead guitarist, but it's also like I can make cool stuff happen.
I don't know, dude. You play some cool bluesy stuff. I like your bluesy licks.
Oh, thank you.
What impact did moving around have on you? I remember, like, as you were talking about moving from Reno and Fullerton, when you and I were in Tracking David together, our first band, or my first band, you said you used to live out of your guitar case. You remember that?
I said that?
Yeah. I remember, like, you found a toothbrush in your guitar case at one practice, and you're like, oh, Dave, that's what this is. I used to live out of my guitar case. Maybe it was just 14-year-old Zach just talking.
Yeah, I probably was just talking. No, I think it was idealistic. There was a time in my life where I was getting punished by having my guitars were taken away as a punishment.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah, so that was that was difficult.
Yeah.
It's like I've been playing guitar for 15 years now, I guess. But like for the first 2 years of it, I didn't know what I was doing, and then I like started to get my bearings, and then I didn't have them for like a year, and then I got them back, and then it was like reforming my understanding of the instrument from the context I used to have.
What inspired you to start singing? So far we've talked about guitar.
Yeah, when I was in Tracking David with you, I joined the band because I met you at wrestling, and you sold me a CD, and I was like, you guys need a guitarist? You're like, yeah.
And then you came back like the next day, or like,
yeah,
I learned all the songs, guys. I'm like, oh, you want to be in a band?
Yeah. You're like, I was like, oh man, like this is so cool. Even though I was like, these recordings are professional, but if we went back and listened to them now, it sounded like they were recorded in a washing machine.
Nah, dude, it's a 15-year-old professional.
That's true. But I remember going to like Q-Tip's house, and he met me on, like, my parents dropped me off at the community center in Camarillo.
Yeah.
He met me on a bike, and I walked over to his house with him, and I didn't know him, like we were just talking.
Right, that's when you guys like met.
Yeah, and you weren't even there yet, and then you showed up and we jammed, and Chris was like, yes, this is perfect. So, and then we wrote Restless.
So before that rehearsal, did you have aspirations of being a singer?
No. I used to, actually I was really bad at singing at the time. Like I remember I started singing for Tracking David kind of out of necessity. I didn't really want to, I don't know if you remember. Yeah, and then we did Daily Drive, and we kicked the old singer out, and then you guys were like, Zach, just sing, and I was like, I don't really want to do that, like we should get a new singer, and I ended up just doing it, and then it stuck. I thought it was going to be temporary, but it stuck for the whole lifespan of the band. And then somewhere along the line it got good. Yeah, I like
yeah, dude, it's practice.
Because like if you go watch old Daily Drive videos, it's pretty garbage.
Yeah, everybody's got to start somewhere.
That's true. Yeah, I was not a good singer, and yeah, just like the practice of it. And then we went to so then I took lessons with Bradley from Emerosa in between Daily Drive and somewhere it was weird. Like I got good at singing. I got a really like expanded range all out of nowhere. And because I used to sing songs very low because that was like comfortable for me, and now I have like
you discovered your head voice.
I'm somewhere in I discovered like my head voice, but even like my chest voice and like singing from here, I'm in like the tenor area oftentimes. I'm not like fully a tenor, but I can get into note ranges there.
Yeah, definitely.
And then when I was in an Ocean Wide, like I came in super confident. I was like, I can sing now. I started writing acoustic music that I was comfortable singing on, and then I really like worked it out in that metal band. Like I was hitting like the choruses in some of the songs. Like I don't even know if I can sing those anymore. They're really high. And then I started taking lessons with Bradley Walden to shape my like understanding of what I was doing, or like get some technique behind it, and that helped a lot. It was a very unorthodox series of lessons.
Like casual, or what do you mean?
Well, it's like he's a casual dude. He's a cool dude, but like he doesn't. I don't think he knows like theory. I don't think he knows music theory either. But he was like teaching me like stuff I could do with my body, like warm ups I could do, and like ways to expand my range, just like physically. Like
did that really help you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like there were some times where I would be like getting sick and I had a show, and he would help me out. Like he's like, this is what I do.
Oh,
it's like an emergency.
Freaking take this spoonful of coconut oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
and
cool.
eat like chips, like salted chips or something. I don't know if he told me that, but somebody told me that. and now here I am. I feel good about my singing.
Yeah, we've had a lot of improvements in musicianship.
Yeah.
So what motivates you to play music now? Like after all this growth?
I really love it. I struggle with like some mental health stuff, and I really feel at peace and like comfortable when I'm on stage, or like I don't have the greatest like talking presence. Like I don't know if you've ever watched Portugal the Man live, or like seen like videos of them play live, but they don't really talk to the crowd, and I kind of feel like that. Like I talk, but like what's coming out of my mouth is just kind of like like I should just shut up and play music. But I really I feel in control of a situation when I'm on stage, even though I'm not like the greatest talker. I feel confident in like my musicianship. When I played at the 507 that most recent time in Thousand Oaks, and you came, like I just was like,
you killed it.
Yeah, like I walked up and I was like, I was like, something in me was like, I didn't even touch my guitar in like 3 weeks. I had been so busy, but I was like, I'm gonna go up there and shred right now. I'm gonna own this room, and I felt really good about it.
It's the power of your mind. Like you've been through so many experiences on stage and in front of crowds, and then you just knew that this was the perfect environment for you to blossom in. Yeah, I think pretty much everything that can go wrong has happened to me on stage at this point. Yeah. I've played live so many times. Like, you've done the reps.
I've done the reps, yeah, over 10 years now. It's been that we've been playing live together and separately. And I think like I average like last year I did close to 30 shows, which is a lot for somebody who works full time, like more than full time.
You're on that hustle.
Yeah,
that's cool. When did you? So you had like a performance aspect first, and then you started to like write your own solo stuff and like release that. Mm-hmm. What was that process like? Just putting yourself out there like that.
Well, it was. I had like this grandiose vision of everything. Like I go back and listen to. In fact, this morning I was listening to an old song that I wrote when I was like 16 and recorded, and it was because I'm always embarrassed to rehearse. So I used to like sing really quietly when I lived with my folks, and because I just didn't want like anybody to hear me. I was nervous it would sound bad. So like when I would have like a recording rig, and I was scared to be heard. So like. You can hear that in the recordings back then. But like, I was really confident in the songwriting of it. Like it's just songs just kind of happen for me. Like some of them are built really slowly. Like I have the like Better Off This Way is like the one that's out right now. It's pretty well until next month. But like that song was just a shell of a song for a really long time, and then this will generally happen. Like I'll be working on. I'll have. Sometimes up to a year, I'll have like something where I just play the chorus all the time, I noodle with it, and then one day it's like, I'm gonna finish this song, like I'm gonna write the rest of it. And then I'll go into the studio and it's like, I need to bring a bridge in, so that kind of kicks me in the ass to write the bridge or something.
What is that where you're like, okay, I need to finish this, or I need to fill this out, I need to flesh this out?
The inspiration that strikes. Songwriting, like, I've listened to a couple people talk about like their songwriting process. I was watching Danielle Stacy's Instagram story maybe 3 months ago, and she was talking about Hannah Jobis, who's also like an acoustic musician around here, and she writes songs like crazy. Like she can write like 6 songs a day.
Yeah.
And Danielle's more like me, where you might write 3 songs like every few months. And like I've not been in a funk. Like I've been writing some of the best music I've ever written right now, but it's a very slow roll, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I have like wanted to challenge myself to write albums, like full-length albums before, but I never really follow through with it just because my songwriting style doesn't line up with that.
What kind of full-length album, like a concept album, or just one complete entity? Or
one complete like 10-song, 40-minute album.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
It's like writing a novel.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. What are you can dip into your
No, it's all good.
So, outside of music, what are things that do influence your music? Like, is there certain works of art, certain movies, certain people that influence the way you write?
Relationships. Definitely, yeah. Like my music tends to be on the sadder side, like reflecting on things done bad to me, or like I got really also like it's like music, but like Bayside really inspires me, because I tend to write like a bunch of their songs have all been like, I'm sad, I went through a breakup, like I got divorced, like this is awful, like I hate this. It's emo, and then that was cool. I'll write.
That's so emo.
Yeah. What's up? And then they came out with this album called Cult, and it's all about like the singer at the time was like, he was married and things seemed to be good, but they came out with this album that was like, what is my impact, like what, like when I die, is this all gonna go with me, or like will I be remembered? And like what is my impact gonna be, what am I gonna leave behind? And I wrote this song that's coming up on my new EP next month, and it's called Do What You Do. And it's sort of, I wrote it a long time ago, and I even recorded and released a version that I did on my own, and this is a very different take on it. That was like really a collaborative effort between me and Anthony from Welcome to Limerick and Know Better.
Cool.
And yeah, it's a really cool take on the song, I think. But it's about that same thing, like what motivates me. Yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. You said that you feel like in control when you're on stage, and it helps you cope with the certain things going on mentally. Would you say that music is a kind of therapy for you or something?
In some ways. Sometimes some of my limitations frustrate me, like a lot of it's self-imposed, like I really could get up and like go and learn more things about music and apply that to my playing and performing and writing. I often don't. I just have kept sort of the same process intact for the entire duration of my music writing career, but naturally I've done it for so long now that like good things are starting to come out. If you listen to the composition of songs that I wrote like as a teenager, I'm not that much older than that now, but like the repetition of everything, like even though I don't like technically know everything I'm doing, I'm getting better at putting things together that are more sonically pleasing.
That's cool. Where does that come from? Just doing it over and over again?
I think so. Yeah, just like in like time, like getting better at the craft.
Yeah.
Knowing what sounds good versus what you think sounds good. Yeah.
What So you're gonna be moving soon.
Yeah.
How is that gonna influence the way you create music?
I don't know yet. I guess I'll have to see when I get there.
Oh yeah.
I'm really interested in it though.
Are you still gonna be pursuing that?
Music? Yeah, I'd like to. I think I'm going to a new city, and I think that's one of the ways I'll build my community there.
Just through playing music?
Or join that community is probably making friends. I'm big nervous about not being able to connect. I haven't moved in a long time, like out of a place. Like I did it a lot as a kid, and then 10 years ago I settled here in Camarillo, and so I feel the exact same way about it as I did as a kid, like very nervous that I won't make friends, that I'll be alone. And I feel like what's in my way now is I feel like I'm like, oh, I don't have school. And I'm going for work, and my work is going to be a home office, and I'll be traveling to campuses. So I'll be communicating with people, but it'll be 100% professional. And that'll take up a lot of time. So I'm nervous that without like having that social aspect of like going to school or going to the office and being around people will be detrimental to my capacity for building a community for myself.
Or it'll motivate you to find those relationships through your music because you don't have those outlets.
Exactly.
So are you planning on like playing shows over there or what?
Yeah, I'd like to pretty quickly. The nice thing is like because I write songs at a slower rate, it's harder. There are some shows where I play like unfinished stuff. I think you've seen me do that before. And sometimes I kill it, sometimes it bombs, and it helps me figure out how to develop it from there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I played like when I was on tour last year with Daniel Strain. I did like a brand new song that I haven't played since, but that like really did well at that show. That I just like I had been writing it and sort of in my head mostly, and I just I didn't have a second verse, but I repeated the first verse. And I do that here to sort of shake it up because I play a lot, and I don't want to exhaust the material in front of people that have seen me play a lot. But in Oklahoma, nobody will have any context for that, so it's just like all the stuff I've ever played ever, and it will be fresh to them.
So cool to think about.
Yeah.
It's like you got a blank canvas for yourself.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have to worry about. Yeah. I don't have to worry about them being exhausted by the same stuff.
What do you want to do with your music? Like the future, Zach?
I just want to keep playing it. If it goes far, then that's cool. If it doesn't, I don't think that means I'll have to stop playing it. Yeah. I mean, it's gotten progressively bigger over time. Yeah. People come out to watch me play. I think when I come back to California to play, I think it'll be more special.
Whoa, yeah, definitely. Dang, dude, I'm stoked.
Yeah, me too.
That's cool. If there was a band or an artist that you would collaborate with, a dream band that you could collaborate with, who would it be?
Probably Bayside or This Wildlife. Yeah. Or Matthew Coma from Winnetka Bowling League and hit songwriting with Zed and his own stuff. Yeah.
Well, why those people?
Bayside, just like they influenced like my songwriting today. It would be cool to like come to. I think my songwriting is very much them. Like I'm heavily influenced by Anthony Ranieri. It'd be really cool to work with him directly. I like his solo music too. Yeah. This Wildlife is cool because they do kind of the same thing I do. Well, I do the same thing they do, I should say. I came after them. But, I have my own style that's different from them. But I'm heavily, like, I used to know Kevin kind of well, and I would, like, bounce stuff off of him, and, like, it would be cool to get his opinion and perspective on what I was writing, because...
Oh, yeah, that's valuable.
Yeah, especially because I admire his work so much. So being able to sit down and write with him was cool. I got to work with Bradley Walden on a record. That was really neat. We wrote with Luke Hader from Texas.
Cool.
Yeah, it was really fun. Yeah. I gotta get rolling.
All right. Is there anything you want to let the people know?
Yeah. Don't anything else know.
Where can we find your music?
Title.
Title. What do we gotta search the title?
Pretty well.
With a period?
I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think it has it. Like, I'm on Apple Music and Spotify too. Apple Music pays higher royalty.
Oh, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Apple Music, Tidal, Spotify, pretty well. SoundCloud,
Facebook, Bandcamp,
Facebook.
SoundCloud. There's some.
Or go to Oklahoma and watch it.
Yeah, watch us play live. I'll be in California too for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me.
Yeah, thank you.